So we're going to talk about how doing the time-based, time under tension training approach is best when it comes to developing not only your body. We've talked about that, but what I really want to get into is more about the mental aspect that gets developed more so. Now, obviously, I always talk about and preach about on my page that training is a great way to develop the mind, because you are naturally creating adversity through doing different types of sets, heavier sets. You're pushing through sets. You're really trying to give a great effort. But the reason why doing the time-based training approach is not only superior in that realm, because when you know that you're doing a 2-minute set, you understand that there isn't an exact rep range or rep number that you're going to be aiming for. The focus goes from trying to just do a certain rep number to trying to see how far you can go. So now you're really testing that inner strength. You're testing that inner grit, that inner resilience. And the more you can increase that is when you start to do longer sets. So let's just say if you start at 60 seconds and you go to a minute and a half in 2 minutes, now you have to get in your mind what you have to do. Now you have to really dig deep so that way you can really push yourself. And you understand it's not going to be easy. But guess what though? It's more gratifying when you get it done, because you know that you've worked a lot harder. You know that it wasn't a walk in the park. And when you do this enough, you actually become used to doing this. In fact, that when you go back to doing 3 sets of 10, you're gonna be like, that's nothing, like doing 10 reps takes you under 30 seconds. So you can only imagine how much mental strength is required to do 3 minutes. And here's another thing, guys. I get so many people who say it's not optimal. They give me all these excuses. They tell me, oh, well, that's not the best way to go. When guys, at 6'2", 270 pounds, I don't know about you, but I think I'm a living and breathing example that it works. And if you go to my page, go to my website, which is lionstrongfitness.net. Matter of fact, check out my programs right here, lionstrongfitness.net/fusion. Check out my training free programs. You'll see that all those people that I've worked with, all the people that I've coached, people who purchased my programs are living, breathing examples that it works. When people say that this is the best approach, what they're really saying is that this is something that I can't do and I don't fathom doing. And people have a tendency of not subscribing to something that doesn't go along with their current beliefs. But guys, if you want to get to the next level, you always want to challenge your beliefs. You always want to challenge things that you don't typically do. Don't be somebody that's close